charge you double when I cop a OZ. Might pop a oxy and I'll fucking OD. Tony.
And we're back. It's another wonderful episode of Around the Corner. I am your host, Ethan Doors.
Betty White.
R.I.P.
R.I.P. Dude.
And then we got...
She's dead.
Oh, me. I'm Matt. I'm Matt. I've known these guys for a while. Went to school with these boys.
And what do you fucking do, bro?
What do I do? I like recording. It's kind of what I do right now. I record music. I make beats. I don't do that as often because they always end up as a joke. And then I tour. I go on tour with the Devil Wears Prada. I'm their playback engineer and stage manager.
That's fucking so crazy, dude.
Yeah, insane. Like, it blows my mind. Like, just saying that, like, you asking me, like, what do I do? That's, like, crazy to say out loud. You know what I mean?
So you just got back from a tour. Where all did you guys go?
We went all over the U.S. We started up in Philly, and then we went down the East Coast, south through Texas, and hit the West Coast in San Diego, L.A., went up back through Nevada, and even circled back. We had a Lawrence show, which was crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, we played at the Granada, which when I went there in like high school, like I remember seeing like Juicy J, I think.
Oh my god! I think I've seen The Devil Wears Prada like multiple times at the Granada as a child.
Yeah,
as a 14, 15-year-old kid.
They used to have like Metal Monday at Granada and stuff, but. I mean, I know nothing about the genre. It's crazy that I'm there. Like, I grew up listening to jazz, like hip hop and like alternative music, whatever. And then being in the metal scene, I know nothing about it, but it's really cool. Like, the people are nice and music's good. Granada is way nicer now. Like, the floors weren't sticky when I went there.
What?
Dude, crazy. Like, it blew my mind.
Revolutionary.
Yeah. They had showers.
Like, it used to be called the Granasty.
And now it's, not too bad.
What was the longest amount of free time that you had in between shows?
Sometimes we would have a day off. Like, for the first couple weeks, we would have like one day off after 7 shows, which is like 7 shows, 7 different cities. And that was ridiculous, but like on a day-to-day, usually it's like 4 hours. But
yeah.
Total working time is like 4 hours for the entire day, which is nuts because you wake up, new city. For me, this was my struggle. I would wake up and I have like extremely regular like 9 a.m. shits, and that was my leading problem every day.
We Snapchatted about this.
Yeah, we talked about this. Yeah, because we talked about this extensively because it was a problem that showed up almost every day. You wake up in a place you've never been before. And the tour bus has a bathroom, but like rule number 1, you cannot shit on the tour bus.
Yeah, unless you're cleaning it out.
Yeah, unless because you're the one who has to empty it. Like,
or you have like a really fucking nice tour bus.
Yeah.
Did you get really close with the bus driver?
No, the bus driver, Andy, he was really cool. Like, guy was really cool, and we got to talk a little bit, but most of the time, like, he's asleep. Because you're driving from 2 a.m. to like 8 a.m. every day, and then he goes to sleep at like noon, and that's usually when you wake up. Because like if you see your driver past like 2 p.m., you're like, what the fuck are you doing? Because we're leaving in 6 hours or 10 hours or whatever,
right.
And you
just
gotta sleep.
Chilling, just fucking hanging out by the bus, maintaining the bus.
Y'all ever been on a tour bus?
Honestly, though, that's what I would be doing. I'd be like, hey, you guys ever you like metal?
Yeah, and I'm sure like I got in at a very safe time, as in like COVID regulations were crazy. So we weren't allowed to interact with fans pretty much at all. Couldn't have like any other people on the tour bus besides like our own band. But they were telling me, I was told so many stories like of just like people getting walked in on and just whatever would happen. But because the bandwagon's a little smaller than an actual tour bus. An actual tour bus will have like a front lounge, all of the beds, and then like a back lounge. And that back lounge would get a little nasty, but for some
these leather seats are squishy.
Oh man, so one huge thing on tour is gambling, which I was not aware of. It makes perfect sense.
Yeah.
But
They say that in like the NBA too. Like,
Yeah.
That's what like Michael Jordan got in potentially trouble for is gambling
I would have made
on tour.
I would have actually made money had I not like gambled the entire tour. I had enough money getting paid weekly to, eat out whatever I wanted and, just stay alive. But then like anything extra was just because in that moment, like you're just living like, concert to concert doing whatever. You have cash in your pocket because you get daily buyouts for like you get
like stipends and stuff like that.
Yeah, for like if the venue feeds you, you don't get any money. But if like that money's like technically for food, but because it doesn't like really ever go to your bank account, like does it really exist, So we would just roll dice, which I almost brought some dice here just because, like what's up?
What's the deal? I love rolling dice.
Oh, no. I have $4.
Yeah,
I was gonna say I have 4 ones with my wallet right now.
Like it was. I mean, I lost. We played this game called CeeLo, which is 3 dice, and then of course it's just chance based. Whatever you roll, it's like your high score. So my first night ever playing, I was watching YouTube videos because I was like, what am I got to know what I'm getting myself into, and I got roasted because I got walked in on like in the bus. They're like, what the fuck are you watching? I'm like, oh, nothing. I like tried to plug my head. He's like, are you watching fucking CeeLo videos? He's like, no.
Trying to learn the strategy and shit.
And I played and I won like $280 my first night, and we were just playing like $5 games, but I won one of those like long games and I was just set and I was like, oh dude, this game's easy, I got this, that's how gambling gets you. And the rest of the tour was like I was feeling cocky and I did $100 roll, like a head to head. And it was just like so exciting, just such a thrill in that moment. And then I woke up the next day and I'm like, wow, what the fuck is wrong with me? Like I could have made something, but yeah.
So like as far as so you said I hate you all. So you said you're actually like only doing like 4 hours of work a day. Yeah. So like how much do you actually get fucking paid? You say you get paid weekly. Is it like
the way that it was explained to me was every day you don't wake up in your own bed is a day you're on the clock. So
cool. So like 24 hours pretty much.
Yeah. And I wasn't getting paid like minimum wage like 24 hours a day, but yeah. And just doing that was great because I was able to just do whatever on the road. Like fucking sweet. And
especially living in Kansas, we have like super lax tax laws.
Oh yeah.
How does that work? I
live in Missouri now,
when you travel, make money? Because I know if you make money, let's say you have a job in Missouri but you live in Kansas, you have to pay.
It's all based
taxes.
It's all based off of your address.
Yeah.
So where you live.
Okay.
Yeah.
So let's say you go in Chicago, you make money out in Chicago. You don't have to pay Chicago tax. You pay. Sorry, that was the most boring question I could ever ask. I mean, shit. I was like, sorry. Who gives a fuck, dog?
Bro, I don't know how taxes work.
I was honestly curious, but then I was like, this is a question after the fact.
And unfortunately, like the honest answer is I don't know. I will find out like in a month or two.
Yeah, seriously,
do my taxes. Yeah.
And they say, dude, you're going to prison.
Yeah, you're getting audited.
TurboTax cannot do this shit.
You've never filed taxes in your life. Yeah, I don't know what I'm gonna hear, but it's I guess like one answer would be I was told to make it a lot easier is to like create an LLC and then build that. So it's like your own company. It's like your company's work, and then you pay yourself for that. I plan on doing that, but at the same time, the tax side of that just scares the shit out of me because I have to like do it quarterly. And I'm like, oh shit, seeing that I'm not making money, like oh god,
oh my god, I'm wasting all my money.
Yeah. It's like damn, I have like
every 3
all
months.
this studio equipment, and I like to play whatever games and watch Netflix on it because it sounds prettier that way. Or whatever. It's like it's ridiculous.
Oh my god, I'm pretty regular. I do like pee 3 times, poop twice a day.
That's so interesting.
Can I ask you guys? Let me ask you guys a question.
I think I go twice. I pee too much.
Where's pee stored?
Bladder.
The balls.
Oh, there's only one right answer here. What do you got?
Pee is sore in the balls.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
You can just feel it. You don't ever like check in the shower like they told you to in health class.
Yeah.
Am I on acid right now? I feel like I'm tripping, bro. You guys are saying for real that pee is stored in the balls. Well, I feel it in my stomach, so maybe that's why, like, when I do those, like, when I'm on a swing and I go down, like, I just, like, my balls go in my stomach. Is that the same as pee?
No.
No. Simple answer.
Yeah.
Simple answer.
You know that jizz isn't stored in the balls either?
Stored in my mouth.
Yeah, it's stored in Zach's butt and mouth.
Hey, yo.
4K, my God. Hey, yo.
Hey, yo.
Oh my god.
That's hilarious.
Yeah, dude. It's only sperm in the balls. The rest is in your prostate. Or your seminal vesicles.
Is that...
Because there's like 3 parts of your jizz, right? The sperm, and then there's like the white part, and then the clear part.
Yeah.
So, like, the sperm goes to the seminal vesicles, which are like up in this region. Mixes with the white part, and then this clear part mixes in your prostate, and then it comes out your urethra.
Is that why whenever I go get a prostate exam, my doctor's like, I just filled you up?
Yeah.
Oh, I see.
Yeah,
I was gonna say, like, is that why...
Do your balls hang a little lower afterwards, too?
Is that why it feels good?
No, my balls are inside me 100% of the time. 100% of the time.
Yeah, I forgot you're transitioning.
I did not know this was going to be so educational. You know? I was listening to G's Guala, and he was talking about I-35. I was like, yo, I've been to those places. You know, he was talking about the crazy casino right as you cross the border and the adult store. I was like, I've seen those. Like, those are real. Like, I've been there. I related. And then now I'm learning, you know?
We're educational.
We're multifaceted.
Mostly.
I'm just imagining like some chemist, like lab coat, like, you know, the goofy hat, like big blue gloves, just like mixing like sperm, the white stuff, just like shaking it up in his little
Powerpuff
beaker.
Girls come out.
The Powerpuff. Yeah.
Oh my god.
Oh man, cartoons like Powerpuff Girls, they were different. Like,
Right.
Dude, Dexter's Laboratory was
Dude.
definitely the move, but why does he have a French accent and no one else does in the whole show?
Didi.
Didi, omelette du fromage. Like,
I swear.
Because he's fancy.
yeah, I mean he's a genius. All French people are obviously genius.
He didn't hang out with his family. He studied.
Why did his mom, or wait, is that his mom? The legs,
Dick.
the pair of red legs.
Dick.
Why have they influenced my taste?
Oh, the red legs? No, that was Powerpuff Girls. That was the
That
was the mayor's assistant.
Yeah.
No, Dexter's Laboratory for sure like influenced my taste in women because I prefer them headless.
I prefer them headless. Just bag it every time.
We can cut that out. We can for sure. Because that just felt so flat, bro. I swear.
I wanted to laugh, but that was the thing. It was like one of
This
those
just
things
wasn't
where, like,
funny.
It was just like I wanted to laugh to save you, but then it was just the silence was better. You know.
Thank you. I appreciate you guys letting me sit in that because I deserved it.
Yeah, dude. Just let it
I
stew.
deserved it.
I don't know who any of these people
All
are.
that in there?
No,
No.
I thought
No,
we were
we're
just
just
making
talking.
conversation.
Yeah, we're just-
at this point. I was just trying to find a way
Yeah,
to
fuck
ease
that.
myself back into having piss on my pants.
Yeah, it's like I don't want that on camera. There was a stain.
I definitely don't shake it enough. Who has time for that shit?
No,
Honestly, it just keeps coming, dude.
It's like it's never gonna stop. At that point, I'm just jerking off, and then
yeah, you're playing with your. What is the Blink-182 song? Right? It's like 3 shakes. You're playing with yourself.
Damn, that's way too few shakes.
is that the
bro.
rule? Who's watching me? Who's sitting there like, hey, bro, that was 4.
Yeah. Oh man, that's honestly
Flag on the play.
That's a fear of mine. Anytime I go to like a sporting event, like any kind of public restroom, gas station, and it's like I pee and it's like still kind of like, dribbling out. Like, but you don't want to just like sit there like shaking it when you got like, there's 12 stalls open, but the guy just decides to stand right next to you, Like, this is a thing, right? This isn't just me. Right?
No, that's for sure a thing.
Like, they'll come, I don't know if they're lonely, but then like now I'm done peeing and I'm scared to like try to get it all off because this dude's like kind of watching me.
Yeah, I would just look into his eyes and shake it, because that always because if something's awkward, I feel like making it more awkward is the best way to break
That's how
the
you
tension.
counteract. Oh yes, please. Yeah. No, the
like anytime I walk into a full bathroom and there's only one urinal left open.
Oh, you
I just,
wide stance it. Yeah.
I just sit there and I walk up to it and I'm like, this is where the dicks hang out, huh? Just gotta make it,
dude. That's the
make
confidence
it
of
way
a
more
hung
awkward.
man.
Yeah.
Make it way more awkward, and then someone's bound to say something, bro.
But that's the confidence of a hung man. I get there, I like crowd the toilet a little bit. It takes like 30 seconds for even a dribble to come out, and then it's just stage fright, bro.
Even the pee isn't that confident.
Dude, I know, bro. I got but once it comes, I got a thick stream. I'm not gonna lie.
It's healthy. You're not drinking enough water, bro.
Nah, dude,
nothing
that's
to
the
do.
problem. I only pee like 3 times a day, so all my pees are like 5 minutes long, dude.
This run one wrestling meet, and I remember you have to go into the locker room to go to the bathroom, So I go in the locker room, and the other team's just sitting in there waiting to come out. I'm like the only person on the wrestling team in my school about to go to the bathroom. I have pin it to win it like on my back, and I hear someone whisper, "Pin it to win it," and then they all start laughing. I'm like, all right, let's hope I can go piss now. So I'm sitting there for a good 5 minutes, and then I just pretend to shake, and I pull up my pants, wash my hands, bro,
Oh my god.
run upstairs. This is the most awkward thing I've ever dealt with in my life.
Yeah, that is pretty disappointing.
Pissing at like.
And then I pissed myself at the wrestling match. So
Really?
You know what sucked was actually the last.
I guess
concert.
that was 2 years ago.
Yeah.
Holy fuck.
The last concert that I went to before like COVID, everything locked down, and before I like went on tour, was Celine Dion with you.
One of the greatest times of my life.
I called this man. I don't know. It was like
30 minutes. You're like,
Yeah.
I'm on my way to your
Yeah, it
apartment
was like
right now to pick you up.
6:30 concert. Like doors opened at 7, and concert started at 7:30 because Celine Dion doesn't get an opener. You can't open for Celine Dion.
No way.
It's just straight to the fucking.
Oh my
main event.
god, dude. It was like an hour and a half of just the hits and then
Oh.
covers.
Covers were insane. Like David Bowie. Oh, it was nuts.
Random covers.
I called this man and he was on the toilet and he's like, "Hold on, I gotta call you back." Like he's like, "I gotta get up from this." But the response, I was like, "Hey man, you want to go to a concert?" And you're like, "What? Yeah, sure. When?" I was like, "Celine Dion tonight." Like 30 minutes, and all I heard back was Celine Dion, Celine Dion. And he's like, "I gotta call you back."
Yeah, I'm like, dude, I gotta make sure. I'm like, me and Bailey, do we have like plans for anything?
Yeah.
Nothing at all. Okay, cool. I'm going to Celine Dion. Sorry, bye.
Oh, she was pissed. She called it. I remember she called you. when
She was
we were in
not
the car.
pissed. She was just more shocked. Like, why is this so random
Yeah.
and right now?
And that, yeah, like I get a phone call, same as Ethan, and it was just, "Hey man, you like music, right?" I was like, "Yeah, of course." He's like, "Oh, and I bet you love going to concerts." I was like, "Dude, yeah, whenever I can, And he's like, "Cool." So, anyways, Celine Dion? And I was like, Titanic? Like that girl? And it's like, "Yeah, so anyways, I'm sending you 2 tickets to Celine Dion right now. I can't go with my girlfriend, so you can have them." And then that just like put me on the spot to like 45 minutes to find someone to go to this concert with.
Oh my god, we definitely illegally parked.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah,
But we got there like 5 minutes late and left like 10 minutes, I don't know, like before the crowd.
yeah.
So like there was no one to like check our parking, but we definitely parked super
Oh,
illegally.
yeah. We were just in the middle of the street, like somewhere like outside this rent center.
It was like, it
Whatever
was some
it
like
was.
parking that like you had to back in from the fucking street because there was like one of those bars that like you had to like get a code.
Oh, yeah.
So
Oh, yeah,
you're just
yeah.
like, dude, you could just go from the fucking street straight over there's no curb or anything. So you
Yeah.
just fucking parked in. And I was like, oh my god, we're just here. Who cares? We're
Yeah.
right across the street, pretty
I was
much.
like, at that moment, like I don't know why, but it just became like my life's mission to make it to that concert.
Dude, it was so sick.
It was sweet. The only thing I did not enjoy was we got like 2 Tank 7s, and then we came back and to order more, and they're like, oh, we're closing, concert's almost over, and like the show was not like that long.
Dude.
Yeah.
But I mean, it was a banger of a show. There was a dude in a kilt just shredding on a guitar. Like that was crazy. Our seats were like stage side.
Yeah, we were fucking like row J
Yeah.
of the fucking first section of the stage left or whatever.
Yeah.
It was so
stage,
crazy.
yeah, it
What
was
does
like
J
stage
mean?
right.
Or stage right, yeah.
Like row 10. It was crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, we were like, I was like pointing at Celine Dion. I was like,
We are literally 100 feet. We totally could have ran down those stairs
Oh,
and jumped
just
that
hop.
little thing. We would have
Yeah.
been on stage.
we would have been, yeah.
You should have.
I would
Dude.
have. Oh, for Celine Dion, dude. Yeah,
That's
absolutely.
fucking tackler.
She had I think they had like a small
Flood the
intermission
whole
of just her
venue.
boyfriend who was like
Flood
this
the whole-
21-year-old like gymnast, and then like she's like Celine Dion's like what, like 64,
80.
yeah, like something like that, and then she's dating a 21-year-old gym, but it's Celine Dion, you know.
Yeah, dude.
I'd date her.
Honestly, who wouldn't? She's worth like $150 million. She's sold like 1 billion albums.
I don't even care about that. I just like her
All right,
personality.
you guys see Jeff Bezos like New Year's post or whatever?
No.
It's like this man can have.
Oh, wait, with those old bitches?
Yeah,
Is that what that was?
It was like him and some like I don't know plastic beach, like something that washed up on Venice, and it's like, dude, you're the richest man in the world. You can have anybody.
Isn't
you know?
Elon Musk the richest man in the world now?
I think they go back and forth every so often,
Yeah.
depending on stock value.
Which is nuts. You guys want to talk stocks? How
No.
interesting that is.
I love talking
Yeah.
stocks. Don't get me started,
Just
man.
like-
What's the deal?
No.
Put me
Oh
on
my
the
God.
Hey,
bro,
I
'cause
heard
I'm-
your G Squall. I know you guys like your
No,
conspiracies.
you gotta
Ooh.
watch our fucking solo app. That's
Dude, look how. Yeah, dude.
It's still
Christ.
got like
Yeah.
33 videos.
I'm just sitting here. I'm like sitting here trying to explain
It's so
stocks to
fucking
Ethan,
funny.
and I'm like, I don't even know what the fuck I'm talking about. At some
Talking
point, I'm
about
like,
crypto
I'm just
and
kind of
fucking
just sitting here
NFTs and fucking
regurgitating shit I've
bullshit.
heard, and I'm trying to make it palatable, and I can't do it.
Person to
Dude,
talk
these
about
bitches are
that and
so
make
ugly.
it interesting.
No.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's like, dude, you're second richest man in the world.
We had so much fun last night celebrating with a crazy disco party with family.
Like, how can you be the richest man in the world and go through a midlife crisis? Like,
Also-
you can do anything you want.
Worst grammar ever. Look how ugly these bitches are. Bro.
Wait, didn't Mark Zuckerberg? Didn't he have some like baby
This is the best
shower
one. Look at the
video that
one?
he went to, and he was just like chilling in someone's small
care.
apartment
I
and
wanna
trying to seem
know.
pretty
Norrin.
humble. Yeah,
Dude, just
trying to
watching
seem
that
not
man
like a
drink
fucking
water.
robot, bro.
Yeah.
It's just
Yeah.
like, no, you're 100% a robot. I can see it. I know you're a robot, Mark Zuckerberg.
We are living in the metaverse.
The metaverse. Why meta? Like, of all, like, I don't know. I will say I do want to get an Oculus. I'm not like I love playing games and everything, but
The super
like,
hot that we.
super hot, man. I played that on PlayStation. That game is insane. Like,
Yeah,
it's so
I played
much
that
fun.
on Milia's. What is it? The Wii. Nintendo Switch.
Never had a Wii.
All right, it's the
I
same
had a
company.
Okay, wait. I had a VR, bro. It was PS4.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Was
That's what I
it the
played it on.
PS4?
Yes, bro. Don't fucking play me down.
Bro,
like
how
that.
much are those now?
No, it feels like a Wii. I get that because of the like.
Oh,
He
the
also had a
nunchucks.
Switch,
Nunchucks.
dude. And
Dude,
I'm-
why do they have nipples though? Like massive bulbous nipples.
Dude, pepperonis, just
Yeah.
big dinner
Yes.
plates. Yeah.
What are we talking about now? 'Cause I'm hungry.
Well, I think we're talking about the,
But, you know,
Mark Zuckerberg's big old dinner plates, dude. Yeah.
I
Oh my God,
saw
that
the
fucking
Social
photo.
Network, and they didn't include the pepperoni nipples in that movie. So
The social network pepperoni. That
Social network.
outtake scene.
Mark, get off set. Your nipples are too
Oh my
distracting.
god, wasn't he on like the rowing team or some shit like that? Or like he like lied and said he was on the rowing team, like that
No, I think the people he stole Facebook from were on the wrong team.
Oh, that's what it was.
Yeah, the Winklevoss
I watched
twins.
the movie.
I watched the movie. It was a good movie.
Oh, yeah.
Honestly, I love the movie. The movie
Army
was dope.
Hammer was the Winklevoss twins.
I
Both
love the
of them.
tie-up bitches too, bro.
Both of them.
At the same time. It was crazy.
All right, cut that out because I don't know. That was
Oh, yeah.
this is a bad
No,
joke.
dude.
I
That
don't know
man
what that means.
literally
I think it
said-
sounds good,
Dude,
so-
he literally
Army-
said, "I will eat you," and like, let me suck on them toes and all this crazy shit to this one bitch.
Yeah, he's wild.
Yeah,
One
great actor though.
one thing on tour that got brought up early was like toe sucking. You know, I mean, you're a bunch of dudes. You know, bunch of doing guy things. You know, talking bro stuff. You know, and
I'm surprised that was the wildest thing.
no, it by far was not. Man, there's
Do you suck toes?
no. In the moment, absolutely. Like I did not like expect it. Like here's the thing. I'm just being honest. I'm just gonna be honest with you.
All right,
Like I
I'm
would
down
say
with
no. I would have gladly have said no to you. But here's the thing. In the heat of the moment, like some little piggies get up in your face.
Yes.
Bro, you don't know what you're gonna do.
You know.
what I'm saying?
I know what you're
Like,
saying.
Yeah, you just like in the heat of the moment, like you're doing your business, and then like suddenly a little foot slides in your
You know,
mouth. Like
that's how I ate ass for the first time.
yeah.
Yeah.
It's a little bit of tequila, and it's
Yeah,
like,
a little
is this a
bit of-
pig? I don't know.
Yeah.
Just
Oh,
Yeah, it's like you don't know what you're
this
doing.
little piggy went to the market.
Yeah, and then like you catch yourself like out of the moment for a second. And you're like, yo, what the fuck am I doing? But I mean, that's just the honest truth. But that conversation came up on tour, and no one was man enough to admit it. Like, of course, like I'm the odd one out. It was my first tour. I'm the youngest one there, and they're already picking on me. We started talking about toes, and I'm not gonna say who, but like it became a reoccurring joke, and I would be in my bunk like FaceTiming my girlfriend, and suddenly I would just feel like two hands like grasp my big toe and just hear like, bro, I'm not like they had the rhythm and everything.
Sorry, babe, I gotta go.
Like, yo,
Let's
yo, I'm
work your
sorry.
way up.
Yeah. Like you can't.
Excuse me.
Yeah, sorry. One sec. I gotta mute you real quick. like it's nuts, but
Sorry,
even
Tatum. My toes are getting slobbed right now.
yeah. No, she
miss
was
you.
she was well aware. It's like it's like I can't stop thinking about you right now. I don't know why. Yeah. Man, I miss it. I can't wait. We're gonna go out March 25th through the 5th of May.
What's the first city you guys are hitting?
Some fucking place in Indiana. I'm not sure, but I was kind of surprised it was Indiana. I'm sure it has like some meaning, or maybe it's just like central to everything else to like for everybody to meet up there. But it's gonna be crazy. I think our closest show is like either Des Moines or Denver.
Okay.
But this goes for all of you. If you want to go, I got you tickets. Like just show up. Our smallest
We're
show.
going.
Our
We're
smallest show. Yeah. Get on camera. Like show it.
No, we're going
because
for
it's
sure.
the smallest show we play is going to be 3,000 people. That's the smallest show that we will.
Des Moines only 3.5 hours away.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, we'll go to that show for
Yeah.
sure.
Because that was
Make a day trip out of it.
yeah.
Honestly,
Oh yeah.
I've done it before. It's dope.
Yeah. It's like I've gone up there to see Portugal, and man, it's pretty sick. But the concerts are crazy. I was so surprised going to one of those for like the first time and whatever, experiencing that whole culture. But people go nuts. Like I watched.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Like
But it's also like the most supportive nuts.
They're
because
so nice. Yeah.
yeah, like every time I'm a death metal kid from
Yeah.
like
Oh yeah.
ever. And then like every time I've ever gone to a show and like been like in a fucking mosh pit as a 14, 15-year-old kid and get like knocked down, you immediately get
yeah.
picked up like a full fucking
Damn.
Travis Scott bullshit.
You should have went to Astro World.
Yeah, bro, you could have saved lives
Crazy, bro. Ethan killed 4 people
by not going down.
by not going to Astro World.
Let it be known here
Let it be known.
first. Oh, dude, did you see the Instagram ad for like compensation for if you went to Astroworld?
No.
Dude,
Is that a real thing?
Yeah.
Is that
dude.
real? Bro, that can happen. Are you drinking wine right now? Are you drinking wine?
God, it's one.
It's been
Yeah. Whole bottle,
What do you mean? What do you want? It's the whole bottle in your glass.
God damn it.
Yo, that's funny.
Say, you drinking wine right now?
Just pacing like.
But yeah, dude, like if you want to go, like people say rap concerts have great energy. No, if you want to go to a concert that has the best energy, a
Garth
metal
Brooks.
concert, bro.
Yeah. I went to one in Greece and it was insane. I didn't speak the language. I didn't know what was happening. It was technically my first ever metal show. And it was weird. It was a bunch of like big old sweaty, hairy, shirtless Greek dudes like just raging in a basement. Like you don't find like you don't go to a metal show to meet chicks. Like that is like let it be known. But like it makes like working there so much easier because
Not wives for sure, because I mean you can go to a couple metal shows and meet
Maybe like
women, bruh.
maybe like Warped Tour.
Yeah,
maybe like
Warped
Warped
Tour.
Tour you can go, but like I mean it doesn't exist anymore. But like back in the day, there were some hussies at some Warped Tour.
I mean, no, for sure you can go to Warped Tour and meet some sluts, but like you can meet some bitches that have problems for sure at a metal show.
I mean, but it would have to be
Like
like
they're,
an emo fucking bullshit metal show, not actual metal, but like
yeah.
maybe some screamo.
no, you can
fucking
definitely meet some
scene
crazy
bullshit.
bitches at a metal show.
I mean, maybe. I don't know. I'm in the trenches, bro. I don't meet those bitches.
Zach's onto something because on fuck, I can't remember what show it was. I brought my little tour pass that has like all these dates and shit on it, which is like how long the tour was. But at one of these shows, I think it might have been in Worcester, Massachusetts, but there was this girl. It was it was
dude.
it was Utah, and this girl was like tight, like really skinny blue shirt, and like freezing cold, like just like whatever. It was honestly the smart choice because the concerts get like really fucking hot, and she's having a good time. She's out front, and she gets kicked in the face by a crowd surfer.
It's how it goes,
straight,
bro.
like, and nose bleeding both nostrils, like probably broke her nose. Like it wasn't the first time I saw someone with a broken nose like at our show. And she turns around, someone like gives her a towel, and she's just like still going nuts, like bleeding like all over her face, but not even phased. Like there's some definitely crazy people that go to these shows. I mean, they're just dedicated.
Yeah,
the music is great, especially live. Like I did not listen to metal before this, and I'm a believer. Like it was insane. And seeing, like, we went to a festival that was like 24,000 people, and seeing just like that amount of people in front of you. Like I've been to like festivals, I've been to concerts before, but like being on the other side of it and seeing that for the first time was just nuts. And my favorite by far, that it happened in Las Vegas, and it happened at Incarceration, this festival, was picking up people like in wheelchairs, and they're just like crowd surfing.
Yeah.
And we'd bring them on stage, and they would just just sit there, and just we'd be raging around them, and that was fucking. That was
like
just
on their
awesome.
stomach or something, or they're in their wheelchair.
No, full chair.
No, yeah,
full chair.
They're just okay. I pictured
Yeah.
them like army
Just,
crawling,
like,
and you're like,
take the
"This is a
wheelchair
vet."
Oh my god, dude, it's so
Take him out of the
crazy.
wheelchair.
Every time I've ever gone to a show where they've had a wheelchair person like actually crowd surf, I've always been like, I want to like, it's got to be heavy as shit and awkward because it's a wheel, bro. How are you supposed to like grab onto that to like
put the brakes on it or
yeah,
something?
you have to or something because the wheel would be fucking spinning around.
They
I've,
pick it up and it just rolls. Yeah.
I've always wanted to fucking think about that. I was like, I want to like feel it.
I wonder how it, like, my biggest question is like, how does it start? Like, do they just like turn around and see like?
You're
No,
not
literally-
noticing a wheelchair, so I mean that's the first thing I'm picking up
Yeah,
at
true.
a metal concert. Honestly, I'm like, that's what I'm grabbing.
Dude, sometimes literally
Can't go anywhere.
Like people will literally be like, dude, you're a big dude. Crowd surf, and then you're like, hey, this person's gonna crowd surf, and you literally like have to lift them up and like over time fucking like.
I wanted to stage dive so bad seeing that like live, dude. Who have you have to, right? Like I'm.
If there's that many people, for sure.
Yeah, we played this crazy show, and I think it was Virginia, and it was kind of a smaller venue, and like shitty day, like it was raining, like piss weather, like it was just awful. And we get inside, and the crowd was like, it was packed. The venue was really small, so there was no like gap between like there was no security, so the the crowd was right up to the stage, so any like crowd surfers are like on stage, and that was part of my job was making sure like they don't hang around up there. You know, you gotta like kind of like push them, but not lawsuit push them back to the crowd. But at that show, most of the people, like honestly, that was like when I was told like you got to make sure no one hangs out on stage. I was like imagining like straight tackle, like anyone on stage on site, like they're knocked the fuck out.
You're like, no, you're not security.
Yeah,
you're,
you're
just
not.
fucking,
Yeah, you're like you're representing the band.
You're a
you know,
wrangler.
like,
He's the top flight security of the world.
most of the people they would get on the stage. Some of them like we'd show them the exit and they would walk down, but most of them would get up and then they would like look at us and then like backflip off and, like, just
back
like,
into the crowd.
Straight into the crowd, and then it was just a back and forth, like, and it was usually the same people. Like you'd see the same like 5-6 crowd surfers like multiple times a night.
Yeah, because the way if you get there too late and you're in the very back, it's a very good way to get back to the front, at least for 10 seconds.
Yeah.
Backflip your way to the front.
Yeah,
Back, I mean it was cool. That was like,
especially if you're small.
Yeah.
Was that the craziest thing that happened to you on tour? Or if you had to pinpoint one soul thing, what would it be?
Did COVID kind of fuck everything?
It did.
Let's ask him 3 more questions at the same time.
Okay.
Jesus.
So
That's what I'm thinking.
COVID. Okay.
Because he could probably do most of the crazy shit.
Well, yeah. To kind of answer like both, like COVID at first, like our regulations were super tight, but we were in New York like day 3, and we're just like, yeah, fuck it, we're going out. We're all vaccinated, whatever. Every bar in NYC, you have to show your vaccination cards to get in. So that didn't like slow us down too much. And also with the Devil Wears Prada and being kind of an older band, they're like, well, we don't really like, we're gonna stay safe, we're gonna do whatever, but we're gonna still like, at least if we're gonna go to a bar, we're gonna follow the regulations of like going outside, staying outside, and whatever distancing, but we're still gonna be able to experience some stuff. You know, it wasn't like straight lockdown, which I think that's pretty much what the rules intended. But probably and like as the tour went on, those kind of got relaxed a little bit, just because you know we're gonna go home soon, like everyone was friends with each other,
And especially where you go. Like other places have completely different rules and regulations.
And it was definitely depending on where we went. Like New York, we'd go out and we would get a few drinks, we would sit outside because a lot of that's outdoors. But then like Atlanta or like other areas that might have been a little bit more COVID hot, like it was just a little bit more conscious of it. And that definitely influenced like the crazy shit that happened. Like probably the funniest thing to me was first night. I mean, this was a huge activity because this tour was canceled I think on the 6th show because of COVID. And so that was like a huge like overarching like whatever cloud because they were worried that it might happen again, you know. And being the first night back, they're like, holy shit, we're actually doing this. Like, yo, we're on tour again. Like, we're on the road. COVID can fucking suck a dick, you know. Like, everyone was just hyped to be back in that position. So first night, literally we meet up in Philly, play the show, couldn't fucking believe it, and everyone gets wasted. And I'm trying to keep it steady because I'm working. Like I just kept telling myself like I can't party too hard, I can't do anything because I'm technically on the clock, I gotta be up early tomorrow, you know, whatever. And that night we stop at a random truck stop at like 2-3 in the morning, and our guitar player decides to buy those Packy. Have you seen those chips? Like the one chip.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Dude, why are they at every gas station?
Dude, I don't. The fact that they
$6, you can kill yourself.
Yeah,
with a Pocky one chip challenge.
I mean, honestly, genius marketing. $6 for
I've never seen
one
the
fucking
chip
tortilla
by itself.
Chip. Yeah,
dude.
Really, is that really a thing?
Yeah, dude, go to any BP. I swear, like they had it at Ryan Mason's fucking gas station when we went to the.
I've been there. I've
Dude.
never seen it.
Then you ain't looking hard enough.
You don't want to fight. Don't fight it. It's not worth it. They taste like booty, and they're not in a good way.
And they kill you for like 30 minutes.
30 minutes like of that time when you taste it, and then like 2 hours the next morning.
Of asshole pain.
Awful. I'd done it before, but Kyle was like, Matt's a fucking weirdo, Pip, the guitar tech, is a fucking weirdo. Like, these guys are aliens. We're gonna both like they grilled me so hard, like comparing me with Pip, because like Pip is crazy and I love him, and like he's an amazing guy, like awesome to learn from, but he packed a onesie from a Buc-ee's in gas station in like Texas, which there's nothing like weird.
Buc-ee's. It's like the South Walmart.
It's like the
gas station.
It's a gas. It's like the greatest gas station of all
It is
time.
insane. You walk in, it's the size of a Target,
South Walmart.
And it's the cleanest place ever.
and you can get food. They have like 300 different types of beef jerky. Yo, plug Buc-ee's. Yo.
Dude,
Hit up
it's a
this
gas
podcast.
station.
It's a gas station. Sponsor us. Sponsor us. Sponsor us.
It's the greatest place ever.
Yeah, it's crazy. So after Christmas, my brother moved down to Texas, went there for Christmas, and I went to a Buc-ee's on the way back. I spent $80 and I didn't even buy gas. They just had so much shit in there. Like, I was just buying everything. But this man Pip would wear this onesie, and one night he got really drunk when we forced him to get into it. Like, straight bullied this man to get into it because he was just wasted. We're like, put on the fucking Buc-ee, put on the fucking Buc-ee, and he puts it on. And this man's like falling out of it and puked down the side of the Buc-ee. And he just goes, starts screaming, takes it off, and then just down the highway opens up the window of our bandwagon and just throws the whole Buc-ee out the fucking window. And that was but anyway, so to live on that tradition, I got a onesie from Buc-ee's, and I'm gonna gotta carry it on. But so
Supportive.
Pip versus me, they wanted us to eat the Packy one chip challenge, and I'd done it before, so I really did not want to do it again.
Yeah, it hurts.
And the only thing I had going into it was a strategy. Like, I knew how to get it done, which was like, just put the chip in my mouth, don't chew it, just literally let it sit, and then like soften, and then just try to swallow it whole, and try to mitigate the exposure. Whatever.
Yeah. They say you like want to crush it with like your tongue and the roof of your mouth, and then swallow it in as little pieces as you can.
Yeah, this man,
because you don't want that much contact with your mouth.
Yeah,
I figured you'd want to like bite it in half maybe and just swallow it as full pieces as you can.
See, but that would fucking hurt so bad. Like,
but as someone who doesn't chew mostly anything,
I agree.
I like just scarf shit down.
Yeah,
so
it's just like if you put like a one chip challenge in just a bag of like a small bag of Doritos.
Oh, just fucking like Russian roulette.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
While you're eating the bag of Doritos and you just don't even realize, you're just like, oh shit, that one was weird.
Yeah.
Oh fuck.
No, it is a different kind of pain. But
have you done any like spicy hot challenges? Like, have you ever done what
like
is it called?
Buffalo Wild Wings or
either Buffalo Wild Wings or like anything off of Hot Ones, like the bomb.
The bomb.
Anything?
I've
Oh,
had the
dude,
bomb.
I've wanted to try the bomb.
I've
had the fucking.
it tastes so bad.
It's bad.
I've had
It's
the
not-
Last Dab XXX.
They
Yeah.
say
That one was
okay, so
pretty
I've-
hot.
I didn't think,
but
the
it
bomb
wasn't
was
that
spicy.
bad.
I've had a homie who's
bomb
tried the
is
Last
rough,
Dab, and and I've had him like since I have a bottle just sitting there. I'm like, yo, try this shit, and he's tried some of the bomb, and he's like, this is the worst thing I've ever had.
It tastes
in my life.
bad, and that's how the Packy chip tastes.
Yeah.
But it's
Yeah.
like
Because it's
it doesn't go
capsaicin,
which is the
extract.
But that's the thing, is like spicy, like extreme spicy doesn't taste good. But this fucked this man up. This was a photo of him. So I handled it fine because I had a strategy. Right? I just like sweated out, just straight face. This man puts it in his mouth and like
This man,
like he's not
R.I.P.
He's not having a fucking good time. And that morning we arrive in Baltimore, and this is a 2-part story because at like 6 a.m. they're trying to park the trailer, and he gets out to help him, and he's fine, like whatever, he's recovered, and he's alone behind the trailer, like telling him to back up, and this man just falls over the middle of the street, just like on the ground, like on all fours, just like heaving. And no one notices at first because, like, they're on the other end. And they're like, Pip. And they go to check on him and see them. And he, like, crawls over to the sidewalk. Like, do we need to call an ambulance? Like, he can't talk. He's just, like, heaving. And
fucking pocket.
he's like, I don't know. He's like, do we need an ambulance? Do you need to go to the hospital? He's like, like, he was just grunt. And eventually it came to a point where this man just puked. And it was... the best way I could describe it, it was you get a large cheese pizza, and if you were to accidentally drop it like face down,
Oh, with the red.
yeah, and then you just like picked it up, and like all the cheese and shit was just stuck there. So, I mean, it was like good It was a 14-inch pizza. You know, on
It was
the sidewalk.
large. You know.
Yeah, beautiful, perfect circle on the ground.
I love that band.
I wake up not knowing about any of this, right? And I'm having the worst. This is day 2 of the tour. I'm having the worst stomach pains of my life. I'm like, I'm going to shit my pants like right now. And so I wake up, hop out of my bunk, throw my Crocs on, and I sprint out the door, like pulling my pants up, thinking, I'm like, oh God, where the fuck am I? Where can I let this beast loose, you know? And I see this, like, I don't know I do not know where the fuck I am. I see a parking lot in front of me with like one single tree. It's a fat tree. I'm like, I'm gonna go. I have to shit behind this tree. Like that is my only option for me to survive here.
I've never been there. I've wanted to be there.
No, dude. No, you.
I want to take a nature shit.
It was.
I want to take a nature shit.
It was
eventually.
Knocking. It was knocking.
I've shit my pants. I'd rather take a nature shit than shit my pants. But I've definitely shit my pants before.
To be in the panic of that moment of like, I need to be here. I run across the fucking. I'm literally like
on day
clinched.
2, you don't even know these people.
No,
You're like,
I don't know
I'm
these
gonna
people.
shit my
And
pants.
I had to
everybody.
explaining
like,
it.
No way.
Explaining that to them, like,
God.
like it was a moment where I was like, am I shitting on the bus and dealing with that, or am I just running out into the wild? And I fucking sprint, dude. I sprint across this parking lot, like chins or fucking cheeks clenched, you know, just like waddling. And it's a weird
walk.
As soon as I get,
it's wide.
It's not.
wide.
Yeah, it's
You're
wide.
taking wide
like,
steps.
You're like trying to pretend like you're human, you know. And this guy,
Why, hello.
or no, this woman sees me. Like I like just see her over my shoulder, and there's this woman just staring at me. And in that moment, I'm like, this lady's about to watch me shit behind this tree. Like I can't like abort, you know, I can't do it. And so I just like turn at the building, and there's like this mural of a flower or something. I'm like, oh yeah, that's why I came over. Oh, like, oh, that's so fucking cool, you know, like pretending like that's why I just hurried across the parking lot.
This shit is beautiful. It's nature, and this is natural.
And so I see that, and I'm just like, oh, you know, I'm on my way, you know. And I walk back to the sidewalk, and I see the only business on this back street was like a law firm. And I walk in there, and there's a receptionist and like just closed doors behind her, you know, whatever lawyers or whoever are back there. And I just ask, I was like, hey, I'm so sorry. Like, I'm on tour right now. We can't use the bathroom on the bus. Like, I really just have to use the bathroom. Can I please use your bathroom? And she's like, oh, I'm sorry. Like, it's not public use. I'm like, I understand. I was like, please, I'm on, like, you can look out. My tour bus is right there. Like, I'm not trying to do anything. This is an emergency, you know? Like, I am panicking. I got the fury of fucking God knocking on my ass. And I go, and it was just a resounding no. And I just couldn't get in. And I get outside. They pretty much kicked me out of the law office. And I just picked a direction, and I like, there's a police department to my left, which honestly probably would have been a safe bet to go and take a shit in a police office.
They probably have a fucking public bathroom in the like.
But I saw that, and I just immediately was like, no, I'm not going that way. You know, I was just like, fuck that. And so I turned the other direction, run down the block, and I see a Subway and a gas station like a block down, and I just started sprinting. And I get into the gas station, no bathroom, and as I'm walking out, I'm in Baltimore, right? And like downtown Baltimore, and this guy comes up to me as I'm leaving the gas station, and he's like, hey man, like he literally gets in my way and he blocks me off. It was like this white, skinny as fucking skeleton, like tweaker, and he's just like blocking my path. Just be like, hey man, let me get a few bucks, like please man, I'm struggling out here, which I totally feel that, I get that. But like,
let me shit in your mouth.
Yeah,
every dollar that I have right now.
Like, in that moment, I just square straight into his soul. I was like, dude, I'm gonna shit my fucking pants. I was like, I need you to move. And he was like startled by that, like just the honesty or whatever. But he backed up. And I run inside this Subway, and you know, like any Subway, they're all built the same, whatever. And I know where the bathroom's at. And I sprint through the lobby, and I look at the people, the sandwich artists, and I look at them, and I say,
all right, don't call them artists.
I told them, I just apologized. I was like, I'm so sorry, I'll buy something when I leave, you know. And I run into the bathroom, and within 40 seconds, one of those artists is knocking on the door. yelling at me, telling me that I can't be in there and I need to leave. And I mean, I understand. I'm in Baltimore. I just woke up. I'm wearing like sweat shorts, Crocs, and like whatever fucking shirt I had. Like I'm not looking good. And they probably think I'm like shooting up in there or something. For sure. And I'm just fucking releasing my demons, like, you know, into the whatever pipeline. And the worst part of this was they were out of toilet paper. There was no toilet paper. My asshole's on fire. Like, their toilet is just fucked. And they're like, I'm not using like that coarse hand towel, you know? And
I've had to do that. That's the worst. It doesn't do anything.
No, it doesn't. It just hurts and you bleed or whatever. I don't know. But
I don't bleed.
I haven't been there.
I don't know.
It was not me. But
I've heard.
So I've heard.
Okay.
A lot of people have been in the same situation. But as she's yelling at me, telling me I have to leave, I'm like asking her to get me toilet paper. And there was a joke on the bus because I packed way too much clothing, but I packed like 50 pairs of underwear because I didn't know.
For how long?
It was a 46-day tour. And the math just ended up at 50 even.
I mean, honestly,
Depends on
that
who
makes
you
sense.
ask. It depends on who you ask.
Yeah.
I go like once a month without changing my underwear, so it's like,
And I go every 2 days.
Yeah.
it's like, as soon as they get a hole in them, I was like, all right, time to
I just didn't want to.
I mean, I go through the whole.
I just didn't want to be in that position, you know? Like, I didn't want to be in that position where, like, oh, I got shitty underwear or whatever. And I didn't know if I would be able to do my laundry or, you know, whatever. And I had this, like, abundance. And so I Justin Bieber'd my pants, which was just, like, Justin Bieber, wealthy-ass musician. He never wears the same underwear twice. Like, wears them once, tosses them. So that was, like, a joke at the start of the tour. And I'm in this Baltimore subway bathroom getting yelled at by a sandwich artist, and I just got fed up, and I was like, this is what I'm doing.
Is that their official title? Sandwich artist?
Yeah, they're
Yeah,
Subway
you keep
sandwich
calling them
artist.
that. That makes me like, honestly, it makes me a little mad.
I know.
I'm like, sandwich artist, just Subway. Let's see. We had
call
one
it
guy at a Subway come up to me and
Burrito
be like,
artist for Chipotle?
No, that's like, I think that's their, like, when it says hiring, I think it says hiring sandwich artists.
I would headbutt this shit out of somebody.
I sort of one kid came up to me at a Subway. He's like, he said, "What do you want on your sandwich? I just quit 30 minutes ago." I'm like, okay, cool. Let's see. Let me get extra spinach because I know you're gonna fuck my sandwich up. Like, they don't give a shit about their sandwich artist. Are you kidding me?
No.
Hell no.
No way.
No. That's an officially given title. I just, you know.
I'm a barista. I still wouldn't call myself a coffee artist.
Yeah, no.
I wouldn't call you barista, bro. I'll be
bean
honest with
artist?
you.
Yeah,
What?
Like,
No, I would not call you barista.
Okay, then I'm not gonna give you any latte art ever.
every,
I don't know how to do
you want to
latte art
leave?
at all.
You want a heart?
Yeah, you
No,
want a heart,
no.
bro? You want a heart on your cappuccino? Fuck yourself.
I will say, I mean, that shit
no.
takes skill. I watch people do that, and I always feel bad when I get a lid because I'm leaving, you know?
Dude, honestly,
That is the worst, because I always try to, like, pay respects. I'm like, yo, that looks good, you know? Like,
see, at our place, most of the time, people get it to go, and I use that as practice. To figure out if
if
I'm
you
doing
fuck
it
up,
right.
they're not gonna know.
Yeah.
So,
Oh yeah.
yeah,
And most of the time I do, and it looks terrible. But like it's still like every so often I'm like I got it. It'll work.
So, yeah, I don't know, man. Like, whatever title, you know, if that brings you pride, you know, like I think depending on your industry, like I don't want to call myself a producer because I haven't produced shit, you know, like. But that sounds fancy, you know. Or,
Yeah.
You know, it sounds cool. Be like, oh, I'm a music producer.
And
like,
it's easier than the 30-second spiel you had to give at the beginning of this fucking podcast.
right. Be like, oh, I
say what you do.
Yeah, I make beats occasionally. I go on tour, like whatever, you know.
I'm the sound guy.
Yeah, like as easy as it can be, I am the sound guy, and that's just it. Like I hit play. I could basically be a DJ, but that's my entire. I mean, that's like the job that's visible, but behind that is, you know, like setting up and doing all that shit. I'm a roadie.
Yeah.
But
So like, like you do all the roadie shit, and then do you just hit like play on playback for tracks and shit like that?
Yeah, pretty much. So we have an entire there's the bandwagon, then there's the trailer. Trailer's just full of shit. So there's usually guitar tech, front of house guy, and like whatever else the band wants to hire on. So like a keyboard tech, whatever, people, just extra hands, shit, like whoever can fit on the bus. But because we could only fit 9 people, a lot of responsibilities fell onto me. So I was the keyboard tech, I was stagehand, I was stage manager, I was the playback engineer. But those are all just like fancy words to describe, like, I unload shit off the thing, I set it up, I plug it in,
You make sure that it makes noise.
Yeah, and just like understanding like signal flow, which is just like where sound A gets to point A to point B, just
Right.
like understanding how that gets there. And it's all pretty simple, and honestly is a great way to get into the music industry. But there's like a joke of being like being an artist and then just becoming a technician instead, because it's a job that like it's kind of alluring.
It's artist adjacent.
Yeah. Because there's a lot of people, like, shout out my man Lil Blanky. This dude on tour is like, he was the merch guy for We Came as Romans. Dude, this man was tough, but like he made his he'd been like a merch guy once before. Got a call 6 hours before the tour started, and he was just became part of it. But like his music was dope, and he like wasn't really part of the music scene. And just like having like kind of in the same boat that I was in, was just this man that like was just there for whatever the job, and you meet a lot of cool people that way. Because like I'm not gonna release metal music ever, I make dumbass house songs and
Right.
hip hop beats,
And there's got to be so many people that are just down to do what the fuck ever. They're just like, you're hired as the do everything that you are asked to do guy.
Yeah, and that's kind of how it is. And I got a lot of like really cool like opportunities because of that. Like doing what I did, like, I mean, hopefully I'll get like a pay raise or something, because
Right.
there's more responsibilities. And the first tour is like kind of just like a feeler, just to see if you fit in,
See if you're like down to be in a
yeah.
bus for fucking
And
8 months at
like
a time.
that's honestly the number one thing, is like you can be good at your job, you can be like really good at like making music, but if you want to like get out there, the number one thing is, are you cool to hang around? Like, are you somebody like can you just randomly be on a bus with for 3 months, and not know this person before, and not want to strangle them, and that was like my number one concern, was just not be annoying, not make these people hate me, like I would like to come back.
Yeah.
And that was just one thing I learned, was like, are you a good hang? Like, if you can, like, anybody here, like, you could all do it. Like, literally just being able to, like, the fact that you guys have this podcast and you can have this like easy conversation going like for hours at a time, like, that's literally just what this whole hiring process is.
Don't get me wrong, this has gone way smoother than a lot of podcasts.
Yeah. I've only had to pee 3 times during the podcast. That's crazy.
I'm just holding it. My balls are full right now of urine. Yeah.
But yeah, honestly, I completely agree. We're capable people that will figure it out.
Yeah.
Regardless what job it is.
Yeah.
And on that very positive, very beautiful note, it's been another episode of Around the Corner. We love you. Zach finally got back from his super long piss. Matt Mantooth.
Let me just say thank you guys for having me, for real. This has been like weeks that we've tried to do this, and also we're recording this late because I had to leave the studio. So instead of 6:30, we met at like 8 o'clock. I don't know what time it is now, but I want to thank you guys for having me and putting up with my needs. So appreciate it.
Of course. It was a good time.
Shout out
honestly.
Feng
I've
Shui.
enjoyed
You
this.
guys are fucking always killing it. Always trying to do stuff with you, but I'm just a busy bitch, dude.
We're all busy bitches.
Yeah.
Adulting.
Adulting, dude.
Being a
Shit
barista.
sucks. Being a barista.
I'm just fucking with
Paying
you. I'm
bills.
sorry. I don't do shit.
Anyway, we love you all. This was awesome. We're out.